Morning all. Okay, let's do some puzzle training. This is play rated puzzles on chessworld.net. I'm going to click start and let's see. Alright, there looks to be just visually an H file. There seems to be a few forcing moves as well, like bishop e6. Queen seems to be in an attacking position. There's a loose piece here. This queen is actually loose. Okay, the knight's protecting the rook, but the queen's actually potentially a loose piece to check out. The rooks are connected. These rooks aren't. Some disconnection issues. So the intuitive stuff over. Let's look at some, prioritize some forcing moves. Alright, queen h4 is actually threatening anything. Maybe bishop e6 for queen h8. The king's always got f7. Knight takes g6, loses the queen, right? Queen takes g3, and there's nothing after that. E5 is actually potentially interesting. Queen takes, but the thing is, the rook is held by the knight. There's no, doesn't seem to be anything too devastating about rook e1 at the moment. Although if queen takes rook e1, queen moves somewhere. Rook takes, there's bishop e6 after. That is vaguely interesting. e5 might be a promising candidate move. On rook takes e5, then knight takes g6 actually. There's that pin. So actually that's an interesting move. Where does the queen actually go? Now the queen's trying to hold on to g6 here, so it goes, if she goes to e7, knight takes g6. Yeah, and the more I look at e5, the more it looks dangerous. I'm going to try this actually. No. Okay. Actually, there's another very interesting forcing move, bishop f5, to be able to like play for g6, because that would threaten rook h8. Bishop f5, then g6. I think that's interesting to consider here. More subtle than, well, anything else that is using the bishop. Let's try to check this out. Nope. It's going to be tough. Knight e6, we just lose the queen. Queen h2, or queen. What about queen h2 or queen h4? Just rule these out. Just going to rule these two moves out completely. Okay. Wow. Can't see anything that obvious. Although, I was just for a moment dreaming about knight g6, queen g3, bishop e6, takes check. Is that rather subtle? I don't think I'm going to get this. Wow. It's not bishop e6. So I'm ruling these ridiculous moves out now. No, I really can't see the point. It's not AB. It doesn't start off with AB or A4 or rook D2. Now I'm really just a random move generator. I mean, what moves could it be? Queen G4. No, I'm giving up. I'm giving up. I cannot even see any candidate moves. I think I've run through the candidate moves here. Oh, that's tragic. I don't know. I have no idea. All right, now, yeah, I mean, let's look at it in overtime here. What is this? What is this? Is it something magical? I really hope it is. I really hope it is. Maybe there's something to learn here. There's an h-file. I know there's a dangerous h-file. There's a dangerous bishop, and the queen's loose. There's a sense of urgency over here. There's a disconnection here. I just can't. I can't see concretely how this is solved. Let's click give up. Rook d f1. You know what? This is significant. This is. It cuts off escape squares. To be good at winning is to be good sometimes at checkmating the opponent. To be good at checkmating the opponent is to cut out escape squares. And this candidate move did not even come into my horizon. Some people are very sophisticated talking about positional play and stuff, but checkmate does end game. It's a fact. You could emphasize piece activity, but checkmate ends the game. Now, actually, cutting out escape squares means that the previous idea of knight g6 is a killer, because queen takes here, bishop e6, then we have rook h8 mate. Cutting out escape squares as a candidate move generator. This might represent something important. Very good. Very good. The other aspect, though, let's have a look at the game then. So cutting out escape squares is critical. And actually not knight g6, because maybe there's queen g6. Instead of taking the queen. Queen h4, but the idea now is bishop e8, maybe. Oh no, just queen h8. Bishop e6, knight g6, stuff like that. It's a fascinating position. Queen h7 was played here, which is even more clear cut, but I think even queen h8 is winning. Okay, so in this position, let's actually, well, first of all, this is a checkmate here. But yeah, I just did not prioritize cutting escape squares. That is something interesting about this puzzle. Let's play the computer and see if that really is a crushing idea against the computer. The computer runs here. It's knight d5 though. That's pretty desperate. That's pretty clear cut. I think we need a different way of the knight c4. Yeah, it's pretty clear cut. This is winning for white. Let's undo here and see if that isn't played then. Well, first of all, let's play knight g6. I think not taking the queen, just take the knight, right? Because well, it's actually difficult to show that. We need basically to pop out a new window from there, which I think would be an interesting thing, to start from a certain position and then flip the sides. But yeah, rook d f1. Yeah, I mean, let's give a token move for black. Does the computer find via brute force rook d f1? For the board here, it finds e5, which is something I mentioned. So it takes. Yeah, this is embarrassing because there's going to be. This is stuff I mentioned as well. There's going to be bishop e6. At least I mentioned it on knight g6. There is mate. So yeah, e5 is actually pretty interesting as well. It seems from a computer point of view. Let's actually add. Let's multiply that. Okay. And sorry, let's change sides, flip board, and I'm going to play this. Does it come up with e5? Maybe this changes the picture a bit. It still comes up with e5, which is the move I liked. Yeah, because if rook e5, knight g6, right? Let's move it to 9,000 and undo move. (9,000 milliseconds). e5. But it does appear that that rook move is pretty cool. Now 6,000 here. Let's go with this. Yeah, the king has to run. I mean, also there was a threat of queen h8 taking check, and knight g6 would be double discovered check and mate. This is no good. This is no good. All right, it's interesting anyway. I didn't register that as a candidate move. So just go back to basics. Go back from basics. How do you checkmate? You need to cover escape squares. How do you cover escape squares? Yeah, it just didn't register. Even though e5 might be good as well. I'm going to do a deeper engine check at this position. Actually, e5 might be a really good move as well in this particular configuration. I thought it was. So that master game was junior and short. Wow, in 1983, battle of top you British grandmasters here. So Julian Hodgson not playing his Trompovsky in this game, but getting a really attacking position, opening up the H file. This is the kind of thing I've seen Morozevich do as well in the Lloyds Bank Masters. I was checking out some Morozevich games. Queen H8, yeah, really nice stuff. Queen H7, rather. Let's have a look here at the escape here. Knight takes g6, double check, and mate. But also, I think this one, actually, king f7 and knight takes g6. There's king takes. Well, it carries on the game for a bit. But if on queen h8, well, that's pretty clear cut as well. Bishop e6 is stopping. Okay, I think we've exhausted this one a little bit anyway. Well, seeing the game it came from as well. White play. Okay, our rook is attacked. We've got this H file. There's a bishop cutting across the king. The knight's attacked as well. So prioritizing moves, I think actually we might want to attack h6 with queen h5, drop the knight. We've got king g1 now. How does black defend h6? Queen h5 looks very tempting. There aren't too many checks or anything to use. The rook's about to drop off and lose the queen after. So I don't think there's too many. Choices here apart from queen h5. I'll go with queen h5. Now king g2, there's a check. What if we avoid the checks? King g1. Right, good so far. Now here, there's a weakness to the last move, g8. What if we went queen e8? Black could play knight c6. We could take the rook. Queen e8 for queen g8 looks like menacing. King g6, queen g8 is still menacing or mating. Taking takes, we're still on f7. I think queen e8 here. I can't see anything else. The rook's not doing anything in particular. I think queen e8. Oh, I managed to get this one. Okay, cool. And let's have a quick quickly view. It was this variation with bishop e2, bishop g5, and white goes for some sort of. He should have some sort of h-file dynamic play. He swaps off that bishop. The check sacks the knight for a bit of time. Get onto the light square attack. Yeah, that's what you'd expect. The light square attack. Play the computer here. Okay, we're going to go with this. We're going to give up that knight. And there's hardly, I don't think there's hardly any defense, but how does the computer try and resist? I'm going to take with the pawn. I think we're crashing through. I thought we were crashing through. I might have just messed up there. There's no rook h6 here. There's no e7. I think I've just messed up. I think I want to undo that move. Pardon me. I'm going to play e7, keeping the pin. There is maybe just queen d8, keeping the pin, and just queening. Well, this is material up, isn't it? We're 2 exchanges up. I think that's clear enough. Okay, on to the next puzzle. Third one. This is from a famous game. Lasker, not Emmanuel Lasker, I think Edward Lasker. Famous game. Alert. I hope you've seen it before. I'll give you 5 seconds if you want to try and find the first move. Okay. I think it's a king marching the king down the board. Double check. Check. I've seen it before. Check. Check. Hang on. Let's get this right. Yeah. Bishop e2. There's rook h2 coming up. Bishop e2. Right, rook h2, king g1, castle queen size. You must see this game. I've done the video of this game. Oh. Did I just muck up? I think that can be a solution. That should be added. I think king d2, maybe it's after. But castling queen side, I think is checkmate as well. I think on the master game, we've got here Edward Lasker, George. He played king d2, right? Okay. Apparently, I'm pretty sure there's a video on the channel for this amazing game. It's an amazing game. It shows the this Staunton gambit against the Dutch defense. If you haven't seen this game, it's a treat. For the king has really brought down the board. All the forcing moves, bringing the king right down. Okay, I think let's play the computer to see if we can actually beat the computer there. Be fascinating. I think it's all pretty forced. I think this magic solution is going to work against the computer. There's just not many branches for black. The king is just being sucked by force down the board. And just to prove, I think we can just castle. And there should be a hash. Well, he's not. The computer's not moving there. King king d2 creates a hash. Yeah, pretty clear cut. I mean, you wouldn't have thought so because it's so many moves, but it's unbelievably clear cut. Yeah. So 2 of these puzzles actually show light square weaknesses, how you can punish light square weaknesses. Because the second one about the H file, sacking the knight, is all about light square weaknesses as well. The first one, yeah, I thought my E5 was great. I'm going to have to check that and get back onto that. That might need an alternative puzzle solution, to be honest, if E5 is proven to be good. Okay, comments, questions, likes, appreciated. Thanks very much.